What's happening? I'm N64 Josh, and I'm really tiny in the corner right here. Here we go. So we just got done watching the Xbox presentation, and they showed a ton of games, a lot of games. No price yet on the system. I know everybody wants to know the price. I'm recording this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh. I got my chat with me. We're gonna be talking about this the showcase. Now, I'm already hyped. They showed Halo. I'm good. That's all I needed to see. I just needed to see some Halo. I'm good. Fable at the end, even better. The only thing that would have just been the icing on the cake for me would have been Perfect Dark, because I'm a big fan of Perfect Dark series, at least on the 64. I still played a lot of the 361 just because it was Perfect Dark. I didn't love it as much as the first game. But Halo, I'm very excited for. Chat right now saying Fable hype. Patrick Murphy saying that Tetris, I really did feel like there was a lot of games for everybody here. Psychonauts 2, not a series I'm familiar with, not even a style of game that I would probably play. It's just not for me. But a lot of people in my chat were excited about it. That gets me excited. I like seeing something for everybody. I think that's important. Forza also looked, from what we saw, the short trailer looked good. Fable was like nothing. It was like a frog eating a fairy, and that was it. That was all of Fable. There were some very gritty games, right? Which that kind of seems to be. We saw a lot of gritty games on the PlayStation 5 also, and that is what it is. If that's what you're into, it's great. It's great. Let's see what chat's saying right now. Patuli says, I was a PlayStation girl until I saw all these amazing games. Now Xbox can take my entire bank account. So, and that, hopefully, a lot of us are able to play both of these systems, because both companies are going to put out great games, and then along with the Switch too. There's really, we live in a great time. If you're a gamer, there's so much to play, so many good games out there, and you can just tell that because there's the competition between Xbox and PlayStation, it's pushing both of them to put out quality products, and we win. We're the ones that win because of it. So I think it's great. I do want to hear from you guys in chat though. What was your overall? You can give it a number score if you want. I want to probably deep dive a little bit into Halo. I might even make another, just kind of go through this trailer, because I'm a huge Halo fan. I was playing Halo last night. Crawler and I jumped into Halo 5 and did some multiplayer, and we had a blast. I always have a good time when I play Halo. So I like the way this one looks. It looks like it's back to the roots a little bit. Chief doesn't look like he put steroids into his armor. He looks like Chief again, which I think is great. I'm not sure how that all happens. Maybe they'll explain it. I don't know. Maybe he'll go back and find his old suit. I have no idea. But I do like the look. The gunplay looks good. It looks like a kind of a mix of Reach and then 4 and 5. And I know people don't necessarily love 4 and 5, but I didn't mind the gunplay in 5. I really liked it, actually. I felt like 5 left room for a skill gap more than 4. 4, there was just the auto aim was just a little too much, it seemed like, in my opinion, and so it made it was almost too easy, whereas 5, that seemed to go away a little bit, and there was a skill gap there. So Patuli says Chief got cake. So there you go. Hey, Wheatbread says, my hype games: Halo Infinite, Balan Wonderworld, Avowed, Fable, Echo Generation, Everwild, Grounded, Psychonauts 2, and the Gunk. So Patrick Murphy says Chief is cake. So yeah, it really did feel like there was something for everybody. But just looking at the world, that 343 is creating here with Halo, and it's really, and they kind of talked about it a little bit, like I feel like we're going to get to explore this just vast environment that it's, I mean, you'll probably still have your linear gameplay to a certain extent, like go here, here, and here, but it looked like they show this map right here, and then it's like, is that, are these, and see, if you hit Y, it says view missions. So it's kind of this open world style gameplay where it's like you can take out the different missions as you want. So it's gonna play differently for everybody. I'm assuming it's gonna have co-op, which will be a good time, right? That'll be great. So I'm really excited. I'm even like, I'm more excited now after seeing the gameplay than I was before, because I know there were some things about 5 that were disappointing. I love the multiplayer. Honestly, I mean, seeing story stuff is great. To give you guys an idea of how big of a Halo fan I am, I have every achievement from the 360 of every Halo game, minus that mobile game they put on there. I don't think I have all those achievements. Now, that wasn't even on there. That was on the Xbox One. So that's how much I love this series. Like 100% at Halo Wars achievements, all of the games on 360, because I love this series. This to me, like the progression from GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, then Halo became my go-to shooter. Like it just always has been. So I'm very excited, and I have friends working on this game, like, and it's great to get to see their work displayed for the world. I'm really excited to jump into this game. So just checking chat here. Let's see. Tonvin says, I'm excited for the Outer Worlds. Saw a glimpse of it at the end. Yeah, the Outer World stuff looked good. The Destiny stuff. If you guys have been following my content for a real long time, you know what a huge Destiny fan I was. And I mean, I'm excited to jump back into 2 now that Bungie has broken ties with Activision. I feel like they're going to put out the game that they wanted to put out versus a game that just needed to print money. And I think the end result is going to be a game that prints money, and it's coming to Game Pass. Like there's so many reasons now to have Game Pass. And I'm not gonna lie, it'd been a while since I picked up my Xbox controller, and just picking it up and playing last night, it kind of makes me want to play a little bit more. Now seeing this stuff, I'm like, okay. I didn't even know how I felt about the console. I was thinking I might try to just build a PC and play that way, but we'll see. Either I'm not sure I'll ever get used to mouse and keyboard, you know? So I like having a controller in my hand. We're seeing Chief here with his little Spider-Man hook. I think that's a great addition. You know, that'll change things up and just add some more to the gameplay, that's for sure. So Hoffman says, I want to play as a toad in Fable. Like, okay, you just want to eat fairies? That's your jam. So Wheatbread says he uses his Xbox controller on PC a lot. It's the Zelda hookshot, right? Thomas says I use Xbox controller for PC and it feels comfortable. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, there were, getting back to the presentation, it was a lot of games. It was a lot of games. I mean, it was a presentation done right, in my opinion. You know, chat, I mean, do you feel like there was something for everybody? Do you feel like this is the kind of, you know, presentation you want to see from a game studio? I think PlayStation did a fine job as well. Now we're just waiting for Nintendo to let us know what first-party games are going to be coming out. But even the end of this right here, and just this monologue from this this brute, you know, look at the face the face capture that they did. It's incredible. It's incredible. So I'm really excited to jump into Halo. And they said we're going to see multiplayer later. Look, for me, when it comes to Halo, I felt like the competitiveness in 5, like they went fully for esports, and it was like really none of the maps were memorable. There was nothing all that exciting about them, and I think with this game, it'd be okay if they cherry-picked the best maps from the previous Halo games, put them in, and then put some new maps in also. That would be ideal for me. I want those asymmetrical maps with vehicles like we did in Halo, like we had in Halo 2 and Halo 3, flying in with a mongoose, trying to steal the flag, having somebody jump on the back and drive them out. Like, those were exciting and fun moments in Halo, in the multiplayer. And just basically playing sweats the entire time, and I miss that part of it. I miss I'm not necessarily like a hardcore competitive player, but I wouldn't say I'm a casual either. And I feel like those objective type games on those asymmetrical maps with vehicles was the most fun I would have with friends. You know, as we would do goofy stuff, like I would stand on the hood of the Warthog and we would drive into the base in Halo 2, and they would not let off the gas, and I would grab the flag and then jump. And that's, you know, we would do stuff like that to try to get those flagpoles, and that kind of stuff is an absolute blast. And that's what I want to see make its way back into Halo. I think it's great. We're going open world. It's good. There has to be progression, right? There's got to be improvements, and so yeah, this kind of stuff is great. Like, the more they add, the better. The variety, it's good. Looking at the way the gunplay looks, it looks like every gun is going to be viable, which is also something that is really cool to me, because oftentimes I feel like there's weapons I don't want to touch in Halo games. I don't want to touch the plasma rifles. I typically want a BR in my hand, or I want a carbine. You know, maybe the I can't even remember the other gun that showed up in Reach, but DMR I think is what it was. So yeah, there's these guns all look pretty viable. So I'm just curious on the multiplayer, and I hope it can be very, very competitive, but I hope it can also somewhat cater to the casual or just the weekend warriors, if you will. So yeah. Patuli says, oh god, if this presentation made me switch consoles, then they did something right. So many good games that we want, great graphics, and hooked us with mystery plot. Let's see. Yeah, what else we got from chat here? Anything else? I know Broken Sold, he's like, Halo all day. I'm buying this, of course. Hoffman says I'm a filthy casual on Halo. So yeah, overall, I think the presentation was great. I think they did an excellent job. You know, you can tell there's a lot, like, Xbox has been trying to get back into favor with the gamers after the original Xbox One dropped. You know, there was just so many missteps along the way, and they have not stopped trying to you know, get back into the fight, and I think it's great. So good on them. I thought the presentation was good. Look at this thing. This looks crazy. It looks crazy. I wouldn't want to mess with that deer. No way. So Brister says seeing sequels to some of these games makes me want to go back and play the earlier games. Right, and a lot of them were there on the Game Pass, which is cool. Jay Harley says, didn't show me anything that would make me want to upgrade my Xbox One X. Yeah, and I mean, and the cool thing is you don't have to, and you're still gonna have games to play. You know, I'm sitting here wondering, like, because I fired up my Xbox yesterday, and my monitor puts up a message and says, you're not outputting a 4K signal. How come? It's basically what it said, and I was like, maybe it's time to get the X, you know? But I could also just wait for the Series X at this point as well. So we'll see. Patuli says they also got YouTubers, except for Vox. Come on, yep, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of great games here. It was really cool seeing Jack Black singing in the Psychonauts trailer. That was super cool. Seeing him in the studio, I thought that was great. I thought it was great. So, yeah. All right. Well, hey, let me know what you think in the comments. What'd you think of the presentation? Did you like it? Do you think is it for you? Is it not for you? Or does it make you want to go full PlayStation 5 or stay full Switch? Let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.